This lesson today will be on finding sources in FamilySearch and attaching those to individuals in your tree. When you begin to attach sources to a person in family tree, the best place to start is with these record hints over here on the right hand side. So what you want to do is first kind of look a little bit about this person. His name is Aaron Starling, and here's his information about his birth and death at the top. And if you come down on the left-hand side, you can see that he was born in Georgia and died in Georgia in a different county. And then if you come down, you can see his wife was Alzada, and that here's some of his children, and there's some duplicates going on here, which I won't show right now how to fix. But over here on the right side are his parents, William Joseph Starling and Mary E. Cohort. And so we want to go and find records, because this is just one I picked up in Pandora's Hope Chest, and I started looking at and started attaching the records, and I wanted to show you how you do that. So far, if we come down here too, I've found him in the Florida death records, county Georgia marriage records, 1910 and 1900 census. And if you're familiar with the United States, they took a census every 10 years, and but the 1890 was destroyed by fire in Washington, D.C. So since I have the 1900 and 1910 census, let's look and see if this Aaron Starling in the 1880 census is the right person. And we'll go ahead and just go, you can view the image right here to make sure, or you can actually just hit the review and attach. And let me show you how this comes up. Let's see how quick my internet is. We noticed we were in class today, and it was really struggling. FamilySearch was struggling working, and one of the class members works the FamilySearch and said that on Sunday they watch like how much of the internet site is being used, and on Sunday it goes way up. So I'm sure it just sometimes might be frustrating on Sunday. So okay, so here we are. This is the 1880 census, and this is the Aaron Starling that we were looking at, and it looks like on this left-hand side on the census, it says his dad's William Starling, and there's Mary. If you look on the right, it's William and Mary. So I believe this is the right person. They also are he was born in Clinch, Georgia, and they're residing in Clinch, Georgia. So I'm fairly confident that that is right. And if I wasn't for sure, you could actually look at a county map and check and see, here they are in Clinch in 1880. And they're in Coffee County in 1900, and then they're in Brooks County in 1910. But it's interesting, if you look at a map, a lot of times those counties are pretty close, and it makes sense. It doesn't look like it's the wrong person, and especially this is such a different last name that it's an easy one to not mix up so bad. So I went ahead and I'm attaching that to him, and then the other people on the record in 1880 are his parents. So you can go ahead and attach that to his dad. And then you just add it, and it brings over the residents, which is really cool. I think they're doing a great job with the sourcing. And then there's also his mother, Mary. Go ahead and attach this record to her. So when you go to these different people in the tree, you'll see that this is attached at the same time, so you don't have to go back and attach it. Then let's see if there's other people on the census, and it looks like there is, in 1880, there's this Mary Starling that's on the census. So I'm going to go ahead and attach her. This is one of his sisters. And then if you go down, you can see that there's also this Candace Starling. And some of these, this is the 1880. Some of these, as you can see, this Joshua Starling died in 1870. Not sure about this Eliza Starling. So some work to do there. But from some of the other census records, that's how we added all these kids. They had a lot of kids. So, but we may have some checking to do too, since that's the only ones that were on the census. Maybe they're living, the other siblings might be living with someone else. So anyway, just some things to check there. But okay, so we went ahead. I wanted to show you how to attach that. And then right here, you can go and view the image if you want to check that and make sure it's right. Because my husband was doing some work and he noticed when he viewed the image that they had done it wrong. So you want to make sure maybe the other kids are on the second page or something. So make sure and check that every time. Check the image. You might find information and parents and grandparents living next door. So make sure and check that. Okay, so I'm going to go back to Aaron, since that's who we were working on. So I've just clicked on him and go to his person page again. And that tab that I was on, I could go ahead and close that. So here we are again. And so now on the right hand side, you notice that under the record hints that 1880 census is gone because we attached that. I'm not going to do these other ones right now because I wanted to show you. So let's see, he was born in 1864 and we have him in the 1880, 1900, and 1910. So he should be in the 1870 census, and it doesn't come up here. So let's go see if we can find him in the 1870 if I just hit the search records. So what comes up first here, and if you look over here on the left-hand side, it's searching for Aaron Starling, born in Clinch, Georgia, 1862 to 1866. So he was born in 1864, and now the search puts a search range a couple years before and after his birth, which is really good because sometimes you won't find it exactly. So if you look at these, this is Aaron Starling in the 1910, which we have. This is Aaron Starling in the 1900, which we already have and attached. Okay, and here's Aaron Starling as a son in the 1880, which we just barely attached. And let's see. Oh, how about this one? Here's Aaron Starling in the 1870. So we can go ahead and attach that to Aaron so that we'll have that one. So I wanted to show you that you can come here and just go through these first hits. If you don't find what you're looking for right here, see how this says records? This is what we're looking at now. You can go directly to the collection. So say that on this first page, I don't like to look through a ton of pages, so if it's sometimes not on the first page or some of the first hits, I'll just go to the collections right here if it comes up. All right, there we go. And you can just, say I wanted to try to find his birth. Georgia doesn't have very good birth records, so that might be a tough one to find. We already had his marriage. But let's say that I didn't find that 1870 on that other page. Looking on the first page, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to take time. I could go ahead and click on that. Did you see that? That clicked really quick. And then I can go ahead and look at this 1870 here, just under the collections. And also let me check. Let's see if he died in 1948, and he may have had to fill out the World War I draft registration. So let's see if he's there, and I don't see him there. A lot of times you will see that. He was born in 1864, so that was right when the Civil War was ending or had ended. So he didn't have to fill out the draft. But anyway, just want to let you know if you can't find what you're looking for in just these records, and you can go ahead and click the collections and find that, and find different ones there. You can also do different searches. If you're just having such a hard time, you can take off the first name and just search on the last name. If you're looking just for the marriage, you can open up the marriage here and put the place and everything. If you know the parents, then maybe you're looking for his death. You can open that and add people or take them off right here. So a lot of different ways to search. So please, this week, try this. Try finding someone in your tree and just going in and attaching sources. This will really be helpful going forward because the church is really working hard and trying to make this a really great resource in a way that we can help others in our ward or at the center. So, and always have a great day. And let me know if you have questions.